Now this is the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ibella. It's in fact Toyota's first electric vehicle that you will see here on Indian showroom floors. But the thing is, you might already be aware about this car, and that is because underneath it all, ये और मारुति सुजुकी e-Vitara दोनों एक ही गाड़ी हैं. बस यहाँ पे आपको थोड़े different looks, Toyota की different badging देखने को मिलती है. So we've already driven the e-Vitara, the review of which is out on our channel. But today we'll also be driving this, the Urban Cruiser Ibella. Find out if there are any changes, if there are any differences, talk about the difference between the two cars. So stay tuned with us. Hi, my name is Dhruv Paliwal. You're watching Times Drive. Let's get rolling. Now before we move ahead with this video, I have a small request to make of you. If you like the kind of content that we make, please hit that like button so YouTube also knows the same. Also, if you know someone who's looking to buy an EV, share this video with them and subscribe to the Times Drive channel for more such engaging automotive content. So, what's new in the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ibella? अब मैं यहाँ पे सबसे बड़े चेंज की बात करूँ तो वो है ये, this front end design. अब मेरी ओपिनियंस e-Vitara के डिज़ाइन के बारे में क्या थी वो तो आप उस रिव्यू में चेक कर सकते हैं, बट मैं यहाँ पे ये ज़रूर कहूँगा, it's a really good looking design. It's a chunky front end look. You've got this nice piano black finish over here with the camera in the center, and this really nice bumper with a thick slab of white in the center, and then you've got this air dam underneath which cools the radiator. Functional and looks pretty impressive also, and I really love these headlights over here with a single projector lamp and these little sections which act as the DRL. Now this car also reminds me of the Toyota Prius. The Prius in its current gen is a very good looking car, and the fact that this car reminds me of that, I think that is an added plus in my book. ये डिज़ाइन एक इंडियन कार के लिए काफ़ी फ्रेश भी है रीसेंट टाइम्स में, क्योंकि इस टाइप के डिज़ाइन ज़्यादा देखने को नहीं मिलते हैं. अब यहाँ पे साइड में क्या बदला है, टू बी रियली ऑनेस्ट ज़्यादा कुछ नहीं, इनफैक्ट कुछ भी नहीं. द सिलुएट इज़ द सेम, द बॉडी शेप इट रिमेन्स द सेम. आपको सिमिलर लाइन, सिमिलर क्रीजेस देखने को मिलती है. एक चेंज जो आपको यहाँ पे देखने को मिलेगा वो ये, टायर्स नहीं, बट टायर्स के बीच में जो लोगो है ऑब्वियसली वो टोयोटा का हो गया है. इवन द व्हील डिज़ाइन इज़ द सेम एज द मारुति सुजुकी e-Vitara. Finally, at the back, what's changed over here? Not a lot. You see this lighting element over here? It looks like a connected element, looks the same as the e-Vitara. But on the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ibella, you've got this lighting signature which is a little different than what you find on the e-Vitara. Lastly, obviously, Toyota badging, Urban Cruiser, Ibella. That is pretty much what the Urban Cruiser Ibella looks like. Honestly, to me, on all fronts, it's a better looking car than the Maruti Suzuki e-Vitara. What do you think of that? Let me know in the comments below. Now I'm in the first row inside the cabin of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ibella, and honestly things are very familiar here because everything pretty much looks like how we've seen it on the Maruti Suzuki e-Vitara. In fact, मैं यहाँ पे बात करूँ तो जो cabin में colors use करे गए हैं वो भी काफ़ी similar है. तो इसका मतलब ये है कि the good bits they remain the same. That is really comfortable seats. I love how the use of quality materials has been done to give the ambience of the cabin an uplift. यहाँ पे आपको एक अच्छी storage space मिलती है, एक wireless charger के साथ अपने फ़ोन के लिए. कप होल्डर्स nicely located हैं. एक बड़ी सी अच्छी space यहाँ नीचे भी दी गई है to store stuff. The seats they feel really nice, feel comfortable. यहाँ पे अगर मैं बात करूँ armrest भी काफ़ी well located है. बस obviously it's not a sliding type armrest, तो वो adjustability आपको यहाँ पे देखने को नहीं मिलती है. Buttons की बात करूँ काफ़ी similar finish है, piano black buttons हैं यहाँ पे steering wheel पे. It's a squircle steering wheel. Obviously you've got the Toyota logo in the middle. Things are very familiar, but the problems that were there before remain the same. अब अगर एक दो छोटी problems यहाँ पे बात करूँ तो मुझे e-Vitara चलाते वक्त भी ये स्क्रीन अच्छी नहीं लगी थी, क्योंकि ये काफ़ी ऑडली शेप्ड है, एक सिंगल हाउसिंग में है, बट दे आरंट सिमेट्रिकली पोजीशनड. चलाते वक्त अगर बात करूँ तो इन स्क्रीन्स की वजह से इशू कोई फेस नहीं होता, बट देखने वाइज ये थोड़ी सी अजीब ज़रूर लगती हैं. विद दैट लेट्स हेड इनटू द सेकंड रो, देखते हैं वहाँ पे क्या डिफरेंसेस हैं. नाउ आई एम इन द सेकंड रो ऑफ द टोयोटा अर्बन क्रूजर Ibella, एंड डिफरेंस यहाँ पे ऑनेस्टली कुछ भी फील नहीं होता है. सिमिलर प्लास्टिक्स, सिमिलर डिज़ाइन, सिमिलर कलर्स, सारी चीज़ें सिमिलर फील होती हैं. क्विक रिकैप, यहाँ पे द गुड थिंग्स आर दैट द सीट्स आर रियली नाइस एंड सपोर्टिव. I've got decent glass area, तो यहाँ पे despite the darker colors, ambience की मुझे दिन में तो एटलीस्ट इतनी कमी महसूस नहीं होती. I can neatly tuck my legs underneath the driver's seat in front of me. But this being an EV and everything, the floor has been raised, and what that means is that the under thigh support I'm getting, there's not really a lot of it. It feels like my thighs are kind of hanging in the air a little bit, and that is not really a very comfortable feeling. But to give rear seat occupants some level of adjustability, you can actually slide these seats, both of them. So this is a 60 split, this is a 40 split, and you can also recline these seats. So now that the previous setting was the setting for the most recline, which is this one, so there is decent level of adjustability. One thing that remains a sore point for me is the fact that your armrest in the second row is this center section. So basically you fold the entire thing down. Now we've already covered the fact that, you know, the cup holders in the e-Vitara also, they've been leveled out. So because of this surface which inclines upwards, your cups are not at an awkward angle. As an armrest also, this feels quite okay. But my problem is this is the access to the boot. So once you've got the armrest down, you've actually got the boot open, which for me was a very big miss from Maruti, and Toyota has gone ahead and done the same thing. अब यहाँ पे दिक्कत क्या है? Quite simple. First of all, boot पूरे टाइम accessible है. अगर अंदर वहाँ कुछ हिल रहा है तो उसकी आवाज़ वगैरह जो NVH levels हैं वो issues create होने वाले हैं. दूसरा, अगर boot में कुछ loose पड़ा हुआ है and you hit the brake suddenly, it'll come flying through the cabin and could probably reach the driver as well. So I think this is an issue that does need to be sorted out. It's not been done, and it's going to be a major cause of concern for me sitting in the second row of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella. So a quick look at the boot space also on offer on the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella. अब obviously यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा जगह तो नहीं है. You've got this entire area over here underneath the boot which houses your charger, and I think it is what it is a full size spare wheel. So that is good, but what becomes the problem is now the boot space. I would say that I have got about 3 cabin bags that I can fit over here in the back with a couple of small bags over on top. उससे बहुत ज़्यादा space यहाँ पे नहीं है. So boot space will be a bit of a compromise in this car. Now I'm behind the wheel of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Bella, and let's start with the specs of the car. Now, first of all, the Toyota Urban Cruiser Bella, it's available in 2 different battery pack options, a 49 kWh battery pack and a 61 kWh battery pack. There are 3 different variants, E1, E2 and E3. E1 is only available with the smaller battery pack, and with that, the power also goes down. So the electric motor on the E1 variant, that makes about 144 PS and 193 Newton meters of torque. On the E2 and the E3 variants with the larger 61 kWh battery pack, you've got the electric motor making about 174 PS and once again the same 193 Newton meters of torque. If I was to talk about the range on the larger battery pack, that's about 543 kilometers. Now let's talk about how all of that feels to drive. And I have to say this, honestly, it feels very, very uncomplicated to drive. Now most EVs have this snap instant torque feature going on, and honestly it was fun in the beginning because of all the power, but no, it's not required. So this thing drives pretty much like how you expect regular cars to drive. The torque, yes, if you put your foot down, there is a lot of it available, but if you want to drive calmly, gently, well, it allows you to do so. So what happens is when you're trying to get a quick overtake done and you give the throttle a little bit of input, generally EVs में एक झटका सा लगता है, वो यहाँ पे नहीं feel होता. So in that sense, I think the response of the electric motor has been calibrated really, really well. Now, जब मैंने e-Vitara चलाई थी ना, वहाँ पे I only drove it on highways majorly. खराब गड्ढों पे ज़्यादा चलाने का ऑप्शन नहीं मिला था, and the suspension seemed quite good for that. यहाँ पे भी over regular roads it feels really, really good. बट जहाँ गड्ढे थोड़े ज़्यादा हो गए, जहाँ स्पीड ब्रेकर्स थोड़े बड़े हो गए थे, वहाँ पे एक सर्टेन लेवल ऑफ स्टिफनेस जरूर स्टार्ट हो गई थी फील होनी. ऑब्वियसली हाउ द सस्पेंशन बिहेव्स ओवर टाइम, ये थोड़ा ज़्यादा चलाने के बाद ही पता चलेगा. यू आर ड्राइविंग द कार ओनली फॉर अ फ्यू आवर्स राइट नाउ, बट आई हैव टू से दिस कि यू कैन एक्सपेक्ट दैट लिटिल बिट ऑफ स्टिफनेस व्हेन यू गो ओवर हार्शर टेरेन इन द अर्बन क्रूजर एबेला's राइड क्वालिटी. अब मैं स्टीयरिंग की मैं बात करूं तो you've got this squircle like element मेरे को अच्छा लगता है देखने में भी, एंड ऑनेस्टली चलाने में भी यहाँ पे बहुत ज़्यादा कोई डिफरेंस फील नहीं होता। अब अगर कॉर्नर्स में बात करें, सो द स्टीयरिंग गिव्स यू कॉन्फिडेंस। लोअर स्पीड्स पे इट फील्स नाइस, इट्स इजी टू यूज़, बहुत ज़्यादा हैवी फील नहीं होता। हायर स्पीड्स पे यू नो व्हाट द व्हील्स आर काइंड ऑफ डूइंग, so it does communicate with you as to what is happening over there, and that I think is a very reassuring feeling as a driver, and मेरी books में ये काफ़ी बड़ा plus point है about driving this car. Now the driving manners of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Rebella are quite good. You've also got this new style of rotary shifter over here. It takes a little bit of getting used to, but honestly once you do, and this is the only car that you drive, it's going to feel natural. बट मेरी एक कंप्लेंट डेफिनेटली अभी भी यहाँ पर है. सो दिस कार एक्चुअली गेट्स रीजन मोड्स and you can switch it on and off just by a press of a button on this center console over here. But if I have to change the region settings, you've got 3 different levels of region. I have to go into the screen, and for that I have to first come to a stop, which is not really convenient. I think you should be able to change the different levels of region on the fly. ये एक फीचर है जो आई थिंक टोयोटा शुड हैव टेकन केयर ऑफ, एंड ई विटारो में भी ऐसे ही होता है. सो वी आर नॉट वेरी सरप्राइज कि यहाँ पे ऐसा देखने को मिल रहा है. साथ ही साथ आपको ड्राइविंग मोड भी मिल जाते हैं यहाँ पे. सो यू गॉट स्पोर्ट मोड, यू गॉट एन इको मोड, and you've got your regular mode. I think driving this car in regular mode is good enough on its own. अगर आप स्पोर्ट ला देते हो तो आपका थ्रॉटल रिस्पॉन्स है वो थोड़ा सा और थोड़ा सा अर्जेंट हो जाता है, एंड उसकी वजह से there's a peppy feel in how you drive this car. But overall, I think I have to say this, that the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella is one of those EVs that drives like a regular car, and I think that's a really, really understated quality that deserves to be highlighted. So those were my first driving impressions of the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella. I love the way it drives and how your urban commutes just become easier by driving this EV. As an EV, it's not trying to be very, very shouty, and instead is trying to fit into your lifestyle by being a practical car to drive. Yes, the suspension might feel a bit stiff over really broken roads, so that is one thing you will have to keep in consideration. But otherwise also, I think the features and the quality of the interior on the inside feels good enough that this car can do your everyday grind and even those road trips that you like to take. So if you're looking to spend all that money on an EV, I think the Toyota Urban Cruiser Ebella will work well for you. पर दिक्कत तो यहाँ पे यही है कि इस गाड़ी का प्राइस हमें अभी नहीं पता है. It should come out in the coming days, and when it does, we'll leave a comment down below saying what we feel about the pricing. But until that time, well, we'll just have to wait. Thank you so much for watching, and until the next one, goodbye.